Hey everyone, it's Kaycienikole, and today we're going to go through a little mini flow practice where the emphasis is going to be on back bending. So we're going to open up the front side of the body, start to get some strength building into the back side of the body, and start to open up the spine. I would recommend having 2 blocks available for practice, otherwise just your body and your mat. Let's start off in a comfortable cross-legged seated position of your choosing. And as you find your seat, close your eyes and just let your body sway around a little bit. Let yourself work out those surface level fidgets and movements until you're able to find more stillness, more grounding, more connection. Once you find this space, we're going to really drop into the breath and allow it to be our guide throughout this practice. Especially as we move into some deeper back bends, we want to make sure that the breath is the emphasis. Exhale, let all of your breath empty out of your lungs. Through your nose, begin to breathe in, fully expand through the torso. Let the breath rise, opening out in all directions, holding the breath at the very top. And then open up the mouth and exhale, let everything go. Again, slow breath in, open up the belly, open up into your ribs, draw the breath up into your chest, feel your shoulders, your upper back, everything is opened. Holding here. And then open up the mouth and exhale, let everything go. Let's do that one more time, but keeping the breath through the nose the whole way. Deep inhale. Draw the breath from the bottom to the top. Holding briefly at the top. And then keeping the breath through the nose as you exhale, melt the breath back out, top to bottom. Now maintain the breath in and out of your nose, but release a little bit of effort over forcing the breath to be super full or at its fullest expansion. Let it find more of that natural pace and lightly constrict the breath down the back of the throat. Come into that ujjayi breath, that audible breath. And then go ahead and gently blink open through your eyes. We're going to open up a little bit through the neck here first. So feel your chin drop down towards your chest. And as the chin drops down, just feel your right ear drop to your right shoulder as it tilts over to the right side. I'll face you just so you can see. And then exhale, chin to your chest. Inhale, roll left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, chin back down to the chest. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. This time, maybe reach your left fingertips out and down. Exhale, chin to chest, hands to the lap. Inhale, roll left ear to left shoulder. Maybe right fingertips reach out and down. And exhale, chin to your chest. Now keep your chin at your chest, but go ahead and interlace your fingers. Bring the hands behind the back of the head. Feel the elbows fall in towards the face. And as they do, begin to curl your spine, round your back, tuck your tail, getting fully flexed into your spine. Inhale, begin to lift your spine, open up the elbows wide, feel a lifting of your chest, your heart, sit bones are drawing back. And then exhale, rounding back in, curling the spine, chin to chest, tail tucks, elbows in. Inhale, open up, elbows, open up the heart, feel it lifting, sit bones drawing back. And just start to move on your own, exhaling your rounding, inhaling your opening, and just feeling your own pace, your own rhythm, working through any of the little tight spots. And then next time you're on an inhale, opening up wide, open up the elbows, pull them back, and then separate your hands as you pull your elbows all the way back and down to the sides. Then pull the shoulders forward and up. And exhale, roll them all the way back and down. We're going to open up a little bit, twisting, side bending, which is going to help loosen up and create space into the torso. Arms reach up, deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the right side. Left hand holds the outer right knee, right fingertips to the ground, right behind the hips. Keep weight in the sit bones as you inhale, lift all the way up through the crown. And then exhale, gently twist open to that right side. Maybe look back over the right shoulder for a little added rotation. 2 more breaths, lifting taller on the inhale. And then twisting a little deeper, exhale. Last one, inhaling. And exhale. Continue to hold on to the outer knee, but take your back hand, reach it up towards the ceiling. Inhale here, lifting a little taller. And then exhale, lean over to the left side, stretching that right arm overhead. Nice reach all the way from the hip to the fingertips. Now inhale, come back up, reach both arms up high. And then we're going to go directly into the other side. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand cups over the left knee. Left fingertips ground to the floor right behind the hips. Lift the spine up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, twisting open to that left side. Maybe look back over the left shoulder, getting the rotation through the neck as well. Each inhale, the spine lifts a little taller. Each exhale, rotating in a little bit deeper. Take one more here. Now continue to hold on to the outer knee, but take the back hand, reach it up, take a deep breath in, lifting the spine. And exhale, lean over to the right side, stretching that top arm overhead, anchor down through the left hip. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Reach both arms up high as you unravel the spine. Exhale, bend your elbows, open up the chest, and drag the arms all the way down to your sides. Roll the shoulders forward and up. And then exhale, roll them all the way back and down. Let's make our way into a tabletop position. Coming onto all fours, however you'd like to get here. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Stack the hips over the knees. And then from here, we're going to emphasize those cat-cow motions, but we're going to add in a little bit here. So as you drop the belly, scoop the heart up, lifting up through the sit bones, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rounding, press to the hands and knees, lift the belly button, chin to your chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Now, as you return to a nice neutralized spine, let's take the right leg, extend it back, and then left hand reaches forward. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, elbow to knee, round your back. Press to the hand, press to that left knee, rounding as much as you can. And then inhale, lengthen, open up the chest, lift the heart, lift your back leg. Feel extension in the spine. And then exhale, round and curl, squeezing in. Inhale, lengthen, open, lift. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Now this time, stay here. Let's take a bend into the right knee. Left hand reaches back in the general direction of the foot. It does not have to catch. If it does not catch, just keep working on lifting the back thigh and lifting your chest. If it does connect, hold on to the foot, kick the foot up, equally opening chest forward, and then hips back. Let's take another breath. Release the foot with control. If you have it, reach forward, reach back nice and long, and then connect the hand, connect the knee back down to the ground. Okay, let's do the other side. This time we're going to stretch the left leg back. Find your balance. Right arm reaches forward. With a neutral spine, take a deep breath in. And exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze and round the back. Inhale, lengthen, extend, lift the chest, lift the back leg. Exhale, round and curl in. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, squeeze it in, round. Inhale, lengthen, lift, hold here and breathe. Bend into the left knee. Right hand reaches back. Maybe it connects, maybe it doesn't. Chest forward, feel the thigh lifting. And if you have the foot, kick it into the hand, lifting it up, pressing the ground away. One more breath. If you have the foot, release with control, stretch your limbs forward and back, and then reconnect into a tabletop position. Go ahead and take some cat-cows or any kind of spinal and hip movement that feels good, brings you back to neutrality. Now, from tabletop, just walk yourself back a little bit on your mat so there's a little bit more space in front of you. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands forward, keep the hips stacked over the knees. And as the hands walk forward, you can always separate your hands for more space. You can also always drop the elbows at any time. Sit bones tilt up, begin to melt the heart towards the ground. Puppy pose. 2 breaths. Now, from here, lower the elbows down to the ground. Keep the elbows down as you lift your chest forward and up. Walk the knees back a little bit and sink the hips down into a Sphinx pose. With the elbows right underneath the shoulders, press down, grip the ground with your hands, pull the ground towards you. Feel your ribs pull forward, feel your heart lift up. Take another breath. Open up the elbows, let your chest come down to the ground, slide your hands back underneath your shoulders, elbows draw in, press to the hands, inhale, lift your heart up. We're going to do a few rounds here. Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Doesn't matter how high you lift, listen to your body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, you're going to pull your hips back, coming back up onto the knees. Stack the hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward. Melt the heart again, puppy pose. Now this time, you're going to lift your elbows off the ground as you lift your chest forward and up. Maybe walk the hands in slightly. Come forward and lower all the way down, belly and chest. Press through the hands. Inhale, lift up to your heart. Cobra or upward facing dog. Drop the knees, pull the hips back, stack the hips over the knees, hands walk forward, puppy once again. We're going to do this last round here. Inhale, come up onto the hands, chest forward, maybe walk the hands in. Exhale, lower chest all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lift up through the heart, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You can come back onto the knees first, tuck the toes, and lift the hips up and back. Let your head drop heavy, long spine. You can pedal out the legs here, creating space into the hamstrings. Open up the spine, maybe bend the knees generously to lift the hips up and back even more. Couple breaths. Now, inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, looking forward, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, standing forward, fold. Feet about hips width apart. Lengthen the spine, take a deep breath in, pull the heart forward. And exhale, fold. You can either just stay hanging out here, maybe grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. If it feels better, you can even just hug your legs in with your arms. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Take a soft bend into the knees. We're going to roll up bone by bone. Start with the lower back. Roll the lower back. Roll up through the mid back. Rolling up through the upper back. The shoulders stack and the head lifts. Last, right on top. Nice long lifted spine. All right. From here, let's go ahead and take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Draw down through the knuckles, feel the heart lift. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Feel the knuckles pulling away from the lower back, trying to draw them overhead as much as you can. Relax the head, let the neck be free. One more breath. Lower the knuckles towards your lower back and then release your hands down to the ground. Halfway lift, long spine. You're standing at the top of the mat. If you're not, make your way here. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. As the left foot steps back, make sure front knee is over the ankle. Gently drop the back knee and release the toes. Let's grab those blocks and bring those blocks up onto the highest setting to either side of that front foot. Now, as you do, feel your tail reach towards the ground and let your hips start to sink forward and down as much as they sink in. Now, as they sink in, press into the blocks, try to lift your chest up, but equally pull your rib cage forward and then feel your heart lift. So we're creating extra space and length across the front of the body. You can stay here with your hands more forward, or you can start to walk the hands back by the hips, lifting the chest more. You can even flip your fingers back, opening up the heart here. Give yourself a couple breaths. If your hands like to reach closer to the ground, you can lower your blocks closer to the floor. Just make sure your heart stays lifting and that you're not just kinking or collapsing into your lower back. Then spine comes up, walk the hands forward if they're not there already. We're going to pull the hips back, walk the front foot forward just a couple inches, and then straighten out the front leg as best as you're able. The blocks help to create more space to lengthen the legs, so use them as needed. Lengthen the spine, draw the heart forward. Stay here or fold in deeper while keeping your spine nice and long. Give yourself another breath or two. Inhale, long spine. Wiggle that front foot back in until you can plant the foot, knee stacks right back over the ankle. You can set your blocks out of the way for now. Plant the palms, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Now your front foot is going to be the one that lifts all the way up and back. So take the front foot, sweep it all the way up towards the ceiling, lifting it up, three-legged dog. Open up the hip, bend the knee. And from here, breathe. You can stay, or if you'd like to flip your dog, the foot that's on the ground, you're going to turn it to the side of the foot, the pinky edge, like side plank. And then you're going to come up onto the right fingertips, slow motion, maybe step the right toes to the ground behind you, and then open up your hips, open up the front of the chest. Feel that length into your spine. One more breath. Slow motion, bring it back over, right hand plants, right leg lifts up, and just set the toes back down to the ground. Rock forward into a plank position. From plank, option to drop the knees. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Let's interlace the fingers behind your back. Or if that does not feel comfortable, just reach your arms to your sides. Draw the hands back. Feel the chest lift off the ground. Now try not to pull with your head. Use the back body engagement to lift away. Activate your legs, float your legs away from the ground. Lifting as much as you can, 2 breaths here. Now, as you release your hands, take them underneath your shoulders. Ground the feet to the floor. Inhale, press to the hands. Lift your chest up, keeping the legs active. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Make your way back. Take a deep breath in. Come high up onto the toes. Exhale, look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in, draw the heart forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to standing, either with a flat back or rolling up bone by bone. Reach the arms up high over your head, open up the chest. And then take your hands, bring them together, heart center. Alrighty, take the hands behind the back again, interlace the fingers. Once again, if that doesn't feel good, just keep your arms to your sides. Heart lifts, breath in, and exhale, forward fold. Either feel the knuckles draw overhead, or maybe just hug yourself in if you prefer that forward bend. If your arms are overhead, knuckles to the back, hands release down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway, still standing at the top of the mat. Make your way here if not. You're going to take a big step back with your right foot this time. Front knee stacked right over the ankle. Drop the back knee, release your toes, and once again, grab your blocks. Blocks to either side, highest setting. Tail reaches towards the ground, and this helps to prevent flaring into the lower back. So as the tail reaches down, start to feel your hips drive forward and down towards that front heel, just as much as they do. Feel your ribs pull forward, feel your heart lifting up. This might be right where you want to stay. Maybe you start to walk the blocks back by the hips, chest lifts up. Maybe spin the fingers so they flip back. Maybe even lower the blocks closer to the ground. Heart lifting, hips melting, tail reaching down. Take another breath or two. Then walking the hands forward, framing the front foot. And then we're going to pull the hips back just a little bit here. Walk the front foot forward a couple inches and roll up onto the front heel, toes pulling back. The blocks help to create more space, but you can always get rid of them and use your hands to the ground as long as the leg can stay nice and extended. Long spine, take a deep breath in, stay here, or exhale, folding over the front leg. Maintain length into the spine. Give yourself another breath or so. Then inhale, lengthen your spine. You're going to pull the hips back, wiggle the front foot in a little bit until you can plant the foot. Set the blocks out of your way if you still have them. And as you plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. This front foot is going to sweep all the way back and up, three-legged dog, lifting it up high. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Once again, you have the option of just staying right here, or start to pivot on that bottom foot, coming to the pinky toe edge. Come up onto your left fingertips and try to slowly step the left toes to the ground behind you. Once they're here, open up the hips, open up the spine, open up the chest. Find your back bend. And then slowly start to bring it back over with control and step the left toes to the ground, downward dog. Rock your weight forward, plank position. Option to drop the knees and exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Once you're down on the ground, untuck the toes, hands to your sides, or interlace your fingers. Heart lifts up, breath in, and then begin to lift your legs. This time, option to stay here or bend your knees. Maybe catch a hold of your ankles or feet, kicking back, lifting up, bow pose. Give yourself 3 deep breaths. With control, slowly release yourself down, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press up, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Find nice length into your spine here. Take a deep breath in, prepare, come high up onto the toes. Exhale, look forward, step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, breath in, draw the heart forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Any way you'd like, reaching up, open up the chest. And join your hands together, heart center. Now, from here, we are going to do a little bit of balancing. If you want to use a strap or something to help you connect to your foot, you're more than welcome to do that. Otherwise, we'll just work where we're at. So weight into your right leg to begin. You're going to find a focal point, a drishti in front of you that you can concentrate on, something unmoving. Bend into your left knee and then reach back with your left hand for the inside of your foot. Point the left knee towards the ground. Right arm reaches up. Take a deep breath. And then begin to kick the foot into the hand. Lift the leg. Drop the belly button slightly. And then as you do, keep your heart lifted. Keep kicking the foot into the hand, lifting the leg. Nice deep breath. Now to come out, kick the foot into the hand, let it pull you back up to standing, and then gently release, shake it out. All right, let's do that other side. Weight into your left leg, bend your right knee. Right hand grabs the inside of the foot, knee points to the ground. Left hand reaches up, breath in. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the leg, drop the belly button, but keep the heart lifted. The more you kick the foot into the hand, the more it lifts. Couple breaths. Now kick the foot into the hand, let it pull you back up, and then release, shake it out. Arms reach up, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, drop the knees. Let's sink into a child's pose here for a moment. Hips sink back towards the heels, relax your spine, relax your head. Give yourself just a few breaths. All right, we're going to finish off with a little extra back bending, a forward fold, and then a seated position to ground at the end. So let's come up onto our knees. We're going to make our way into a camel pose today. So separate the knees about the width of the hips. Nice neutral hip positioning. Tail reaches down to the ground. Now from here, hands support the lower back. Press the hips forward slightly. Begin to lift your gaze up. Lift your chin. Lift your chest. Lift your ribs. Lift the front hip points. And then look back a little bit deeper. Same thing. Chest, ribs, hip points. Stay here or reach one hand back for a heel. Other hand can stay at your hips, can reach overhead, or can come down to the opposite foot. Heart stays lifted. Let's take another breath. Hands to the lower back. If they reach back, come all the way back up and then sit back on the heels or any other comfortable positioning. Using this as a neutral point before we go into the next round. All right, when you're ready, let's come back up onto the knees, about the width of the hips. All right, hands into the lower back. Begin to lift your gaze up, lift your chest, ribs, hip points, looking back. Continue. Chest, ribs, hip points. Stay here. Maybe right hand reaches back. Maybe left arm reaches overhead. Maybe both hands to the heels, heart lifting. Let's take another breath here. Hands to the lower back, hips forward, come all the way up, and then sit back. We're going to do one more round. Feel into those spaces. All right, for this last round, let's go ahead and come up. Hands to the back. Lift your focal point. Tail down. Lift your chest, ribs, hip points. Keep following it back. Stay here. Maybe one hand back. Maybe both hands to the heels. Hold here 3 deep breaths. Any variation is just fine. Hands to the back, hips forward, roll the spine up, sitting back. And as you sit back here, just go ahead and find little light movements through the pelvis, tucking the tail just a little bit, sit bones back. Let it start to loosen up that lower back space. And when you're ready, make your way into a seated position, stretching the legs long out in front of you. You can bend the knees on this one, it's perfectly fine. But with the legs extended, let's walk the sit bones back a little bit, pulling the flesh back from underneath the glutes. Legs are long, or nice bend into the knees, which helps to alleviate a lot of tension in the lower back if you feel that. Lift your spine, breath in, and exhale, walk your hands forward over the legs. Your hands can stay to the ground. They can hold on to the feet anywhere along the legs. If the legs are straightened, that's okay too. And just let yourself melt over. You can either work on lengthening your spine more, getting more depth in your forward fold, or you can just work on rounding over. What feels better for you? Think about this as more of a counter position to help counter those back bends versus the deepest forward bend of your life. Couple more here. When you're ready, begin to lift yourself all the way back up to a seat. Let's go ahead and cross the legs. Any way that's comfortable for you. Spine lifts. Lift the shoulders up, pull them back, release them down. And with your hands resting at your lap, we're just going to go through a couple breaths together to ground back in. So exhale, let everything go. Take a deep breath through your nose. Fill up from the bottom all the way up to the top. Holding here. And then open up the mouth and let it go. Again, slow inhale from the bottom all the way up to the top. Holding. Open up the mouth and release. If you would like to take a shavasana or any other last movements, now's a great time to hit pause and do just that. Otherwise, we're going to sit here for just about a minute or so, allowing all of that energy to reground and to feel more still, more settled, and allowing ourselves to just enjoy doing nothing at all. Start to slowly deepen your breath. Join your hands together at your heart and set an intention to guide you from this moment forward, whatever that is, whatever you feel connected to. Thank your bodies for all that they do for you. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide today. Open up your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank y'all so much. I hope your bodies feel good. I hope your spines feel open, but also nice and supported. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, and I'm very much looking forward to practicing with you soon. Thank you.